greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with my daily theology lesson. It's my meditation. I'm talking loud because I'm using my phone, and sometimes when I go to upload the video, the sound quality on my meditations and some of my other videos where I'm talking about something, it just kind of lowers for some reason. The audio kind of lowers, so that's why I'm talking loud. But at any rate, I'm coming to you today with my daily theology lesson. It's my lesson that I would do anyway. I decided to record it and release it because maybe somebody else can get something out of it. You know, if you don't have hope, if you don't have peace, if you don't have joy, if you don't have love, find it. Find it. Love yourself. Love yourself. Don't expect anybody to love you, but just love yourself first. Please. You know? It's rough out here. I know. It is. I know it is. But when you don't have anybody else, you still have yourself. You still have yourself, and that's everything. That's everything. Find God. Find Him. Find Him wherever you're at. You don't have to be perfect. You don't. Just find Him. When you switch teams and come over to God's side, just try to be better. He'll help you with the rest, but don't worry about it. Just come to Him. Come to Him. Just come to Him. You know? You don't have to be perfect. Well, if I come over to God, I got to stop. Don't worry about what you're doing right now. Even if you're doing what you know you shouldn't do. Just try to turn it over to God and let Him bring you out of it. This is serious right now. You know? It's real serious for everybody right now. Nobody knows. We don't know about the next second. We can only hope for it. Never lose your hope. If He gives you another day to live, it's a do-over. It's a do-over. If you have yourself, you have everything. You have everything. Don't lose hope in yourself. Never give up on yourself. Never. And love yourself first. Love yourself first. Then everybody. You know? Learn to master yourself first. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and try to get started on this. I'm not going to drag this out too long today. I'm so thankful to God every day. Every day. Because I realize how horrible it can be. I'm just glad it isn't as bad here as where I'm at as it could get. I realize it's horrible. And one day I just hope I can only give back more. I'm trying to get there. I'm climbing. But in the meantime, if anybody happened to hear my voice from right here where I'm at in the Midwest of the United States, people are people all over the world. We're all the same. The same cultures all over the world are the same. We're the same. Right here in this country, it's all the cultures, all of them. And a lot of them already was here. It's nothing new about it. Regardless what you hear, it's not true. It's not. Not all of it. Your people was already here. Everybody's people. Find your love, find your peace, find your joy. Find your hope. Find your hope. And I understand how it feels. Please know but if I give up on myself, there's nothing. There's nothing. I'm not giving up on myself. I refuse to. I don't care as rough as it gets. Don't give up on yourself. If you can wake up the next day, that's a do-over. Just start from there. Go as far as you can go that day. Whatever that is in your area. Whatever that means to you wherever you're at. Okay? So today I'm doing the rotation. It's time for the Buddhist rotation, and it'll be coming out of the Shape of Suffering. Now the names I don't know how to pronounce the names, so I don't know. For all those people that are new, I'm horrible with the biblical names and all the theological names. I'm horrible with them. Okay, but I try, so I make myself look stupid. So I'm sure one day it'll be a blooper or how I don't know how to pronounce the stuff. I don't care. I'm trying to put somebody into an awareness of themselves so they can become better. So maybe the world can just change just a little at least. Anyway, the shape of suffering, then the sorrow. But Bahiku. Sorry. Anyway, we're working on the introduction, okay? Because I'm going to read it page for page, and as I mentioned, on the Quran, I'm going page for that, chapter by chapter. In the Bible, I'm going page for page too, but I just started the Bible in the New Testament. I'm going chapter by chapter, however many years it takes, okay? We're going to take this journey with me. You know, I'm going to read every chapter, but I'm just starting a rotation for the Bible at the New Testament because for some reason, God had me dealing with the Old Testament when I first started the channel, my YouTube channel, back in the summertime. It's been about 5 months now, you know. And for some reason, he always kept leading me to the Old Testament. So the Heavenly Host wanted me to deal with start at the New Testament. Okay, so that's what we're doing on that. So anyway, let's see how far we can get. I'm going to pick it up where I left off, okay? In chapters 1 and 2, we will discuss the formal reasons for why these simplified images are inadequate as depictions of dependent co-arising. Now, you have to go back, okay? It doesn't last that long. But here, they'll also keep explaining what dependent co-arising is. They'll say it over and over and over and over, and then they'll give examples of it. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. But here we will offer a thought experiment to show how they are also inadequate for depicting an everyday concrete example of how people suffer. For the sake of this experiment, assume that you are walking to your parents' home on a Friday evening after a long day's work. The upcoming weekend is a holiday, and your parents are hosting a dinner for your extended family. Your uncle will be at the dinner, and this fact has you upset. He has long been an alcoholic and has been very abusive to you and your mother ever since you were a child. Factors of dependent co-arising inserted in this discussion as numbers drawn from the above list can be applied in 3 time frames to show different ways in which you might create suffering and stress around this event. So let's keep going, okay? Because I'm just learning. I'm learning too, so I'm listening and as I'm reading, I'm trying to, assimilate the information, even for myself, because a lot of us have already dealt with dysfunction. We grew up like that. Most of the world has grown up with dysfunction. Okay? And everybody thinks their situation is so unique when it's really, when all of us are a big bag of dysfunction. The whole lot of us on the earth, mostly. But that's how the world keeps going, so let me keep on then. In each of these examples, assume 1, that you are operating in ignorance. You're not thinking in terms of the 4 noble truths, and instead are looking at your situation in light of your personal narratives about the family situation and your own place in it. A, as you walk to the door of your parents' house thinking about the situation, 2B - verbal fabrication, okay? You pull up memories of things your uncle has done in the past. Parentheses 2C - mental fabrication, comma, period. This provokes anger, causing your breathing to become labored and tight, comma, 2A - bodily fabrication, comma, period. This makes you uncomfortable, comma, 2C minus or dash mental fabrication, comma, parenthesis, comma, and you are aware of how uncomfortable you feel, parenthesis 3 dash or hyphen, if I said comma I didn't mean that, hyphen dash or hyphen consciousness, parenthesis, period. Hormones are released into your bloodstream, parenthesis 4F through 4I - form, parenthesis, period. Let me say something about that. In psychology, it talks to you a lot about that, about the systems and how the different systems in your body work. So if you want, are you more interested in getting deeper into that, then just, if you study, when you get deeper into the psychology courses,